Hey everyone, this is Bella, and today we're going to be talking about the amazing Batman. That's right, Batman, because who else can we talk about? Superman? Ha! Anyways, Batman is a very famous DC comic character in the DC comic universe, alongside Wonder Woman and Superman. For anyone who knows the story of Batman, it shows him and his parents walking out of a play, and a mugger comes and shoots both parents dead in front of him. This is very traumatizing, especially for a 6-year-old kid who couldn't do anything about it. With that thought process in mind, following him to adulthood, it basically creates him into Batman. But there's more to it. There's more emotional and mental details into this that makes Bruce Wayne into Batman. And that's where the short story Batman Year One comes in. It definitely shows how Bruce Wayne becomes Batman. It shows all the detail, all the thought process in creating Batman. So here's 2 questions for you to think about. What are the key components that make Bruce Wayne into Batman? And is Bruce Wayne really in control of Batman, or is Batman taking control of Bruce by force? Think about it. My sources for this project is going to be Batman Year One by Frank Miller and Batman The Dark Knight Returns, also by Frank Miller. The story starts out with Bruce's journey on becoming Batman, but it also involves the story of Jim Gordon becoming a cop at the GCPD. Batman realizes that Jim Gordon is the only good cop left, and he even states right here, I need Jim Gordon. He needs him to lock up these criminals behind bars because the crime here in Gotham is just really bad, and no one is basically safe unless you're rich and powerful. When Batman first tries on the suit, his motive is to scare criminals. However, in this scene, he scares one of the punks so bad that he falls over the railing. Even though his motive is to scare criminals, he doesn't want to be known as a killer. He even states, "No, I'm no killer," and tries to save the punk. As Batman keeps fighting crime, he decides to go out for the big guns: bad cops, commissioner, and even the mayor, because they have unnecessary power and they are abusing it. In this scene, Batman crashes in on a dinner party and he states, "You've eaten Gotham's wealth, its spirits. Your feast is nearly over. From this moment on, none of you are safe." So what we know now is that Batman's main motive is to create fear in his criminals. And by creating that fear, he's using the symbol bats. And the reason why he's using bats is because when he was a little boy, he fell in a cave filled with bats and they started swarming at him, and it really scared him because he was only 6 years old when this happened. But now he's using these bats as a weapon, literally. In this scene, as the Batman begins, it shows that he is using a swarm of bats to get away from the cops.
What is that?
The movie uses this scene from the comic book on page 63, where Batman uses these bats to escape. Movies like to use scenes from the comic because they like to help readers connect to the movie screen. An example is The Dark Knight Rises. Going back to the comics, I'm going to start talking about The Dark Knight Returns. Now, I don't want to spoil anything to the readers who don't know on why Batman decided to retire. Robin. Back to the comics, Bruce Wayne is retired from being Batman, but doing this, he feels not himself anymore. Instead, he feels like a zombie that's been dead for 10 years. But he's only 40 years old in the comics, so the fact that he's not being Batman is driving him nuts. A quote from The Dark Knight Returns: "It's the night when the city smells call out to him." Miller, page 8. When Bruce mentions him, he really means Batman. And Batman is wanting to fight crime again, but he promised himself that he wouldn't due to a specific accident. Which comes back to my second question, that if Bruce has control over Batman, then why is he referring to the Batman side of himself as him? Which, to answer my question, I think he does not have any control, because in the comic book, he does return as the Dark Knight for Gotham City. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you fairly enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the comments.